Ciao Juventini and welcome to my channel again, the only channel that gives you daily update about Juventus on Asia time. Let's start. There are a lot of topics today. First of all, I want to remind you to subscribe. We are flying. We reached 354 subscribers in a month. Thank you so much for the support you guys are giving me. Thank you so much for the comments and the insights how to improve and make this channel better. We are covering 3 topics today again. The first, I want to talk about the new management structure that Elkan is working on. The second one, I give an update on transfer market. And the third, I want to touch base on Antonio Conte saga. The first news is Elkan is reshaping the management team. Commonly depends how you want to read it, resigned from Toulouse. He resigned from his position of president of Toulouse, which means that he will likely to join Juventus and replace. So he will replace Cannavino. Cannavino doesn't have any football knowledge. This means, what does it mean? This means that actually Elkan is taking charge of the Juventus and start building Juventus from scratch. He realized that actually we need people with football background. He cannot leave a football team in the hands of someone who doesn't have football expertise, doesn't have any knowledge about football. So what does it mean? Cannavino might be out, or Cannavino might be moved into more accounting financial role. Chiellini will become the president, so the new institutional figures that represent Juventus everywhere. And Tognozzi will be most likely the general manager. Tognozzi is someone that has football expertise. The question mark is what's happened to Giuntoli. Definitely Giuntoli's role has been shrunk. And we need to understand if Giuntoli will stay or will go. If you think for a moment, it's very unusual that beside the CEO that reports to the management, there is only one person decide everything else. During my corporate career, I've seen a lot of time this structure failing because the person, yes, one person needs to make decision, is the owner of the CEO. The rest is a management team. Everyone needs to work together. Everyone needs to share similar expertise about the industry in order to be able to add value across correct decision. They are not 100% sure. If you look what's happened last year, Giuntoli was the person in charge of the technical area, which means he was the one that was making decision. And we'll make a video about Giuntoli, but he decided to take Motta. He decided to sell and buy different players. No one in the management team had a point of view and could say, had the knowledge of saying, actually, what are you doing? When Giuntoli decided to sell Chesney, there was, yes, a financial reason, but it was his decision. Nobody was able to challenge him. Even Chiellini itself was too new to the company to challenge. So that's something we need to think about. And finally, Elkan is stepping into and is managing directly. The question mark for Elkan is, do you need to step? You're the president of a massive corporation. You manage, I don't know how many companies within your holding. Do you need to micromanage Juventus in order to create a management team that works? That's a question. Another big news about the management team, even not at the level, at more lower level, Pintus most likely join Juventus. Pinto is a trainer, but one of the best physical trainer in the Juventus history, has been working with in Real Madrid for a while. Osimhen received a big offer from Saudi Arabia. They're talking about 30 million per year, and Juventus can't really compete with this kind of offer. So most likely Osimhen will go. And in my opinion, it's okay. We don't need to spend so much money for one player. Remember, Osimhen next year has African Cup. Osimhen could get injured. Despite he's a very good player, guarantee at least 20 goals a season. Do we need to invest that money, 50% of a transfer market budget, into one player, or maybe we should buy different player, etc. Another thing is important is about Vlahovic. Vlahovic made a comment. There was a lot of question to Vlahovic about his contract, and he said, "It's not up to me; it's up to Juventus." What does it mean? It seems like, and according to 2 or 3 very important sources in Italy, seems like Juventus never asked him to spread his salary across 2 years instead of 1. We know we always point the finger against Vlahovic. Next year will earn 12 million per year, and he doesn't want to spread his salary across 2 years like a lot of players did, like Rugani, for example. Apparently, nobody asked him to do so. So again, we need to understand, is Vlahovic doesn't want to stay Juventus, or Juventus doesn't want Vlahovic anymore for a number of reasons. Last topic about Antonio Conte. I spoke about the meeting we had with De Laurentiis. The meeting, actually, more news are coming from Napoli influencers, and in the meeting was De Laurentiis, Conte, the finance director, and the operational director. Apparently, De Laurentiis put on the plate 200 million to do transfer market, to upgrade the structure and provide Conte a winning team from next year. This changed completely the scenarios, and apparently Conte has asked to think about it until Sunday. There is another consideration that I want to make. If you look at the top 5 or top 6 teams, everyone might change manager. Inter Milan, Inzaghi might leave. AC Milan definitely change manager. Juventus, Roma, Gasperini most likely. Atalanta, there are voices about Thiago Motta or Tudor. Lazio with Sarri. So we're talking about 6 teams that are most likely to change manager, which means next year Napoli competition will be weaker because the new manager needs time to adjust and create the right dynamics within the team. So if you think about Conte, might thinking about, okay, I leave Napoli for a new team, for a new project, which is fine, but at the same time with Napoli I can maybe win the second Scudetto of my management time. There are considerations and thinking about it. Please comment and tell me what you think about the Conte saga, what you think about Giuntoli. Leave the comment behind, subscribe and like and share the video. Suggest what else you want to do. Before we leave, stay tuned. We're going to register a podcast this afternoon in preparation of the final Champions League final. So stay tuned. Forza Juve, always, and see you soon. Bye bye.